Let us talk about phonetics in order to explain it, this concept to particularly to the Indian students. I have adopted a bilingual setup. In this talk, we are going to discuss mainly vowel sounds. Our focus, center of the focus of attraction will be vowels. Before going into the discussion, deep discussion of vowel and consonantation, I would like to talk about IPA. What is this IPA? IPA is the International Phonetic Association, dedicated to identify existing sounds of human speech. They identified above 160 sounds. But for the suitability of the study of English as a language, they recommended only 44 sounds. And before moving into discussion, I would also like to focus on the term phonetics. Phonetics is the study of human speech sound and the mechanism, also the way they are articulated, the way they are produced. Let us break it etymologically. Breaking the sound phonetics, we find the root phone. Phone stands for sound, and phonetics is the study of sound mechanism, production mechanism of the sound in any language. Phoneme is the smallest unbreakable unit of the sound. My dear students, you can compare phoneme with nucleus. Nucleus is unbreakable, but once you try to break it, it is broken into 3 parts. But as a single unit, nucleus is the unbreakable point. Similarly, in language study and sound system, phoneme is the smallest unbreakable unit of sound. And there are 44 phonemes categorized. They are different from English alphabet, but in English language these 44 phonemes are there. They are divided into vowel and consonants. And if we look at the writing system of English, you will find that there are 5 vowels and 21 consonants. But those 5 vowels represent 20 sounds in spoken language. And similarly, those 20 consonants, they represent 21 consonants represent 24 distinctive sounds. For example, alphabet See, this sometimes represents ka sound as in cat. This also represents sha sound as in Chicago, and this also represents cha sound as in church, and so on and so forth. So according to the use, vowel and consonant differ. What we are going to discuss today, our focus will be vowel sounds. Being one of the oldest language community of the world, Indian sound system was identified by Panini into way back, and altogether it was having a different sound system. Since we are Indian speaking community, so let us mix this bilingual talk into English and Hindi so far as the study of vowel is concerned. And for the suitability of that study, English vowel sounds are presented in a typically Indianized pattern. So far as the beginning of English vowels are concerned, they begin with this E sound. First English vowel is E, then E. But Indian pattern we have opted for so as Indian students feel comfortable in identifying these symbols and relating them with their own mother tongue, because mother tongue is the base language and other tongue that they want to learn, that is the target language. Here is a strange collaboration of mother tongue and the base language and the target language. And let us relate. This schwa, this sound is known as schwa. Schwa stands as the softest vowel of English. And A is alone. Then we found that similar A vowel between consonants, two consonants, bracketed by two consonants, like but. This A sound is between B and T, but. And then moving to the next sound, a longer one, that is bird, curd. While if R sound is followed by any vowel, this R sound will not be pronounced, it will be silent. And that is why it is put here in bracket for the understanding of Indian students. Even you need not to write like R, ba. So this is bird, curd, herd. Then further moving to the R. Indian vowel system, we have R. Then English R. Arm, charm, calm, palm, bound, etc. So on and so forth. Then as per Indianized pattern, next one E, as in beat, and it is bit, as in S as in sit, as in P as in bit. And the longer vowel for the same is E, as in beat, B S E A T seat, M E A T meat, and then moving to the next vowel sound is U, as in full, F-U-double-L, full. You need to identify your writing sound, and that is why this these two alphabet repetition LL will be converted into La. These two LL letters will be converted into La sound. As in spoken, they are only once spoken. So, full. Moving further, oo, then fool, F double O fool, C double O cool. Then these will be oo sound, longer. Next sound is A, and pet, pet, met, set, and next one is A, bat, cat, mat, cat, and so on and so forth. Finally moving to the sound O, and coat, coat, and then sport. Then there comes longer O, and then it is like so. And this way we found that these are the pure indivisible vowels, 12 in number. They constitute the monophthong unit, and their numbering is 12. According to IPA, we notice that there are 8 diphthongs. 8 diphthongs. What are diphthongs? Diphthongs are again indivisible vowel clides. They are considered as units. They are not separatable. As in Hindi, आओ, जाओ, खाओ. Then they are A and O, two separatable vowels. They are separable. But here it is as a unit. And let us look at this. How they are functioning as unit. Look at the pure vowel. This A sound and this E sound. A and E, a sound vowel beginning with A and E makes A, as in may, day, say. Then the similar 3 of the diphthongs you will find ending in E, A, I and O. How they are A, then A and E, my, die, then O and E, oil, soil, coil, toil. Then there comes the next sound. Like that is A and U, ow. And this is having 2 variations. One for Brit English, another one is for American. Like if it is ow, this is Brit. If it is O, it is American. Then go, Brit. Go, American. But even discussing this, let us look at the 3 diphthongs ending in E, A, I and O. Let us look at 3 diphthongs ending in A, ear, ear, ua. Ear, ear, ua. And this ear constituting E and A. Ear. Then U and A, ua. And then A and A. So let us look at them. Ear. As we discussed that they are non-separatable. So, see. Here, here, near, dear, clear, fear. And then even ear, ear, and year, 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 and ear, ear. Then there comes A and A. Ear, dear, dear, mare, spare. Then there come oo and a. Oo. Let us have a bit scientific pattern like how this oo sound comes. Oo, lip round. Oo. Oo, then if lips are getting there, then they need to relax. Oo, oo. Then like poor, sure, doer, tour. Then there comes like this girl, saw. Then R and O. Now, how, cloud. These are the diphthongs. All of them jointly constitute phonetic construction of English language. So to the core of English as a language, if we look at the vowels and we find that IPA pattern recommended by International Phonetic Association. International Phonetic Association recommended IPA. IPA recommended IPA. International Phonetic Association recommended International Phonetic Alphabet. And the phonetic alphabet, if we want to identify, they recommended for learning English language, though they identified 160 plus sounds existing in many languages, but for English they recommended only 44 for the phoneme of this language. And these 44 sounds divided into vowel and consonant, 24 vowels, 24 consonants. And later on, these vowels are subdivided. Monophthongs, 12 in number, and diphthongs, 8 in number. And that constitutes the vowel. We'll welcome you back into the next segment of this when we will be discussing the consonant sounds. That's it for the day. Thank you. Welcome to the class of English consonants. So far as sound descriptions are concerned, English has a variety of sounds. First variety is RP, that is known as received pronunciation, spoken by Oxford Literary Circle. Base RP belongs to southern part of England. Then another variety of English is Cockney, and that is used in some parts of England. There is American variety of English as well, that is known as American English. Today we wish to talk of IPA. IPA stands for International Phonetic Association. IPA recommended 44 sounds for speaking English. These 44 sounds are subdivided further into vowels and consonants. 20 vowels, 24 consonants. Those 20 vowels, were again subdivided into two categories, namely monophthongs and diphthongs, diphthongal glides. Diphthongs are vowel glide, but all these 44 sounds are popularly known as phoneme. And IPA talks of this phoneme. This IPA recommended another IPA. International Phonetic Association recommended International Phonetic Alphabet. And that alphabet is 44 letters in English, but 24 consonants in English. While talking of this IPA, we must be aware of the fact that for world language community, IPA identified more than 160 sounds, and they are indivisible sounds. We cannot further subdivide them. They are known as these sounds are known as smallest unit of sound system for study of a language. Let us move to the talk of consonant sounds. Here is a list of all 24 consonants, and some of them are bilabial, some of them are labiodental, some of them are glottal, some of them are lateral, all consonants. Bilabial consonants are pa and ba. If two sounds are produced in the same mechanism by the use of two lips, by means two labial flips, by the combination of two lips, so how different sounds are coming? While pronouncing pa sound, there is no vibration in the vocal cords, but while pronouncing ba sound, vocal cord vibrate. That's why this pa sound is known as voiceless and ba sound is known as voiced. So for example, as pa in pen and ba in pat. Similarly, ta sound is voiceless and da is voiced. As ta in to and da in do. Then there comes this C sound, C alphabet is pronounced many times like differently. In Chicago, C is sha. In cat, C is ka. And in chin, C is cha. So here it represents the sound ka, as in cat. Then there comes ga sound. Ka is voiceless and ga is voice. Then as this ga sounding ga, that is British English, but same sound is pronounced as go, that is American variation of the same vowel. Here, since we are discussing more about consonants, we will not be focusing the vowel parts, but this is variation of A to O in American. Then there comes cha sound, as in chin. Then there comes j sound, as in Jew. Similarly, if we will follow and move further, we will find fa sound, as in fan, va as in van. This is labiodental. pronounced by lower lip and upper teeth. So, fan and van. For example, I would like to compare it with the Indian sound system of Sanskrit, where pa, 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 pa. The sound is identified by Pardini. But here the variation is that in Hindi, pa and fa, but this fa and va in Hindi, tha and va are bilabial, but in English they are labiodental. Labiodental, active articulator is lower lip and passive articulator is upper teeth. So fa and va and fan and van. Then there comes the tha sound as in thing, and then the as in this. Then there comes the next sound, sa and za. Sa and za. Sa as in see and za as in zoo. See and zoo. Then there comes another sound, sha and j. Sha as in shoe and ja as in vision. Sha as in shoe and ja as in vision. Then there comes the glottal sound. Air passes from the lungs straight away. Every organ is wide apart. Ha. This ha as in hat. And then there comes la. La as in la. And then ma as in man. Ma is a bit bilabial, but air also passes through nasal cavity. That's why pa, ba and ma, these sounds are identified as bilabial or its variation. So ma as in man. Then there comes na. Na as in now. And I would also like to say here why these three consonants are clumped together. These three consonants are known as liquid consonants as well. Then there comes na. Na as in king, as in sing. So na. Then there comes ya. Ya sound as in you. This enables you to differentiate between EAR and YEAR. EAR is ear. YEAR is ear. YEAR is ear, whereas EAR is ear. Then there comes Ross, that is as in red, and was sound as in wet. Was sound is typical consonant sound and it needs a lot of practice to be spoken as it requires lip rounding. So wa as in wet. And these are the list of 24 consonants. Consonants they are pronounced because of the blockage somewhere in the air passage. But all the vowels, air flows, the passage is narrow or wide, but they come clearly out like e, a. That way they are in vowels, but consonant somewhere blockage is there because of somewhere blockage and somewhere vibration in the vocal cord. If vocal cord vibrate, they are known as voiced sound. If there is no vibration in the vocal cord, they are known as voiceless. And based on that, these 24 consonants are recommended by IPA as the constituent part of International Phonetic Alphabet. Thus, we had a nice discussion on phoneme, and as a part of what is phoneme, phoneme is the smallest unit of language, smallest unit of sound system, and because of that, we can identify where this C alphabet is pronounced as K, whether the same is pronounced as Cha, or whether the same is pronounced as Sha. Such variation where using vowel and consonant, where it becomes 2 and TO2 and DO2, but at the same time GO go. That variation can easily be handled, and one can avoid odd situation in falling wrong in the other language community. For helping that, this IPA stands as a medicine for the third world speakers who want to speak English, and if they are not able to speak Oxonian tone, Oxbridge English, American English, or Cockney English, but they will comfortably be able to neutralize those mistakes that are done by the influence of mother tongue influence. So they can minimize MTM. Like for a Hindi speaker, this fa and va sound, who speaks like bilabial pa and va, will be able to speak it fa and va after knowing that it is a labiodental. And in the same way, we can identify that a lot many mistakes can be avoided in order to refrain from odd situation. Like here, I would like to talk about sa and sha. Many a times people wish, and in some of the Indian areas, people are not able to identify or distinguish between sa and sha. So somebody is telling that Happy New Year, instead of telling same to you, people will say shame to you. So that will lead altogether the other meaning or the situation, chaotic situation. In order to avoid that type of hazard from the communication, the candidate will be able to say same to you instead of shame to you. Such nuances will be reduced, minimized, and flow of communication will be smooth. That's it for the day. Thank you. After identifying the vowel and consonant sounds, there comes the problem and challenge how to produce a particular speech sound and what is mouth formation for the same. Here is a presentation on same related to the mouth formation of speech sound while producing sound mechanism. And let us begin by acknowledging the help contributed by Asif Iqbal, a Rabindra Bharati University gold medalist. He prepared this slide and gifted to some of his friends. For that purpose, I am really thankful to him. I acknowledge him, my gratefulness, and furthermore, I wish to continue that what is the sound production mechanism for consonants specifically. Next slide, please. First, categorization for consonant sound in IPA is bilabial, and the articulators are two lips. This sound is produced with the help of two lips, where lower lip is the active articulated and upper lip is the passive articulated. Bilabial sounds includes pa, ba, and ma. Ma sounds slightly nasal, but pa and ba pure bilabial sounds. Then we notice that we could say that the lower lip is the active articulator and upper lip is the passive articulator, though the upper lip usually moves too a bit, at least a little, but English bilabial sounds include pa, ba, and ma. Then you can listen by clicking on the sound how ba sound is produced, and later on you can listen how ma sound is produced.
Magnify.
Next please. This is the mouth formation for bilabial sound pa, ba, and ma. Next slide please. Next category of consonant sound is labiodental. Their lower lip is the active articulated and upper teeth are the passive articulated. English labiodental sound include f and v. Then you can see the sound production of and mouth formation next. This is the mouth formation for f sound and v sound, where lower lip is shown as active articulated and upper teeth are shown as the passive articulated. Next slide, please. Next category is dental. Dental sounds involve the upper teeth as the passive articulated. An active articulator may be either the tongue tip or the tongue blade, diacritic symbols. And for the production of this sound, dental sounds include th and the, as in throw and with. Next slide, please. This is the mouth formation of tongue and teeth position for th and the sound. Next, please. How to make sound th? Place the tip of your tongue between your upper and lower teeth. Like this, you can project my face, upper and lower teeth, the tip of the tongue like th. Then you need to don't put it in between your lips and make the sound by forcing air through the opening between your teeth and tongue. And don't vibrate your vocal cords. So, th is the sound that is produced. Next slide, please. How to make the sound th? Sound th. Place the tip of your tongue between, next slide, next. Here it is for the sound. This is not this th, rather it's the sound. So for production of the sound, again, we need to put your tongue between your teeth and like with. Here comes the alveolar sound. Alveolar sounds include ta, da, sa, za, la, and na. Alveolar sound involves the alveolar ridge as the passive articulated. The active articulator may be either the tongue blade or the tongue tip. Diacritic symbols can be used if it matters with English alveolar sound. They include ta, da, na, sa, za, and la. Then I start in try, da in cold, na in neighbor, sa in spider, za in scissors, la in steel or lamp. Next, please. Next categorization is post-alveolar. Post-alveolar sounds involve the area just behind the alveolar ridge and as the passive articulated, where it may either be tongue tip or the tongue blade, diacritic, symbols can be used. It matters which. English post-alveolar sounds are ch and j, like ch in chair, ja in Jew. Next, please. Next category is palatal. For the palatal sound, two sounds are palatal, sh and j. And the active articulator is the tongue body and the passive articulator is hard palate. English glides, ya is also a palatal sound. But palatal sounds include sh as in she or as in shell and j as in garage and vision. Next sound, velar. Velar sound includes here the ka, ga, nga. Three sound ka, ga, nga. Active articulator is the tongue body and the passive articulator is the soft palate. English velar sound includes ka, ga, and nga. Ga as in gave, ka as in cap, nga as in ring. Next, please. Glottal sound. This is not strictly a place of articulation as the shown in picture, but they have to put it somewhere. Here, a mouth passes wide open and air passes through like ha as in happy, ha as in hold, and there we find glottal sounds are made in the larynx for the glottal stop. The vocal cord closes momentarily and cut off all airflow through the vocal tract. English uses glottal stop in the interjection meaning no. In ha, the vocal cords are open but close enough together that air passing between them creates friction noise. Next, here comes the final pronunciation chart covering all 44 phonemes. Phoneme, as I'm repeating here, phonemes are the cluster of 44 sounds, including vowel, consonant, identified for speaking well English language. And their first top 3 lines up to 4 sounds, they represent pure vowels, like as in E as in read, E as in sit, U as in book, and U as in to. Then there comes A as in bed, A as in America, O as in word, O as in salt, A as in cat, and A as in bat, A as in part, and O as in not. These all are 12 pure vowels. They are also known as monophthongs. The glide of the vowel beginning from the one vowel to the another one, like first you can see sit E and then America A. You notice there that these 3 plus 3 plus 2 vowels, these 8 vowels are the diphthongs. Vowel glides are also in English considered as indivisible sound unit. So they are considered as one sound, but it glides from one vowel to the another vowel position, mouth location, and you can see as in here, E and A as in day, may. Next row, second row, you notice is that U and tour, poor. Then there is O and E, boy, and R and U, gal. Then there comes A and air, air. Beginning with A, moving towards R, where. Then R and E, I, then my. Then there comes R and U, how. These are 8 diphthongs. Finally, there is a list of consonants. And then we notice that pa and ba, bilabial. Then ta and da. And then we notice cha and ja. Then we notice ka and ga. And then fa and va. Tha, da. Sa, za. Sha, zha. And then there is ma, na, nga, ha, la, ra, wa, and ya. Let us have a practice with that sound for consonants again. Pa in pig, ba in bed, ta in time, da in do, cha in charge, da in judge, and then ka in kill, ga in go. Then there comes fa in 5, va in very, and then tha, think, da, di, and sa, 6, and za, zoo, sha, in short, ja in casual, and then there comes ma, in milk, na, now, then nga, as in sing, and ha, hello, then la, live, finally ra, red, and wa, as in window, and year. As we noticed in the previous identification video of the consonant sounds, we would like to say that how is it different from EAR and YEAR. For EAR, you will find that ear, that top one, HER is here, and similar EAR will be silent, ear. But YEAR, the sound will be ear. That sound will be described there. That's it for the identification and mouth formation and sound production mechanism of IPA, International Phonetic Association's vowel and consonant sounds. Thank you.